Yo, what up? Welcome to another episode of Real Talk. This is your boy Peter, and I have a beautiful guest.
Hi guys, Naji Yang.
Naji, yeah.
Yes.
Naji. Okay. So before we start, I just want to remind everybody that Real Talk is a podcast advocating for mental wellness and having open conversations, right? So more in the link below, right? About that. But today's episode is about bullying. And before we get into the topic, I kind of want to break the ice a little bit more. Okay, so it's Naji, right?
Yeah, Naji.
Okay. I don't know why. I have a hard time with non-American names. That's why.
It's fine. Think of it as if like Na.
Yeah.
G.
It's simple, but in my mind it just
Right.
don't click. Cause at first I was like, oh, it must be a Hmong name. So I was like,
Right.
Nagi. I was like, wait, no.
No, a lot of people think it's like a Japanese name.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, that works too.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So how did you come up with that name?
Actually when I was younger, my oldest sister, she gave us like nicknames.
Yeah.
So all of my siblings would have like nicknames. And so like one of my brothers, she'll call him like Fuji, and then like for me, she'll just say like Naji. So it's just kind of like rhyming. And so yeah, that's how I came up with it.
Dope.
Yeah.
Cool.
And I was like, I'm gonna use it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you stuck with it since then?
Yeah, I stuck with it since then. Yeah.
OG nickname. Wow. Okay. Cool. I don't have a
Yeah.
nickname. It's just Peter. Peter's fine.
Keep it authentic. You gotta keep it authentic, right?
It's,
there you go.
Yeah, well, it's a white name. Gets me a job. But so you're 26, right?
I'm 26.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. And then so you do your career is modeling. Is that the correct term?
It's modeling, go-go dancing, a little bit of acting. I did a bit of singing too, but I would say like modeling and dancing was primarily my like main focus.
Okay.
Or my main thing.
Yeah. Because like what I noticed,
Yeah.
I mean the reason why I asked that is because like what I've kind of noticed with people in model, most people just take pretty pictures, and
Right.
then when I went onto your Facebook, I noticed like you did events and then promotional events and stuff like that. So that's why I asked like what it is.
Right.
Because you did stuff for Sprint, you did stuff for you were just kind of everywhere.
Yeah. That was what like Mika people, American people.
Yeah. And then,
Yeah.
I thought that was real cool, dude. Cause what I see, what I notice, right, and not a shot at anyone. It's just like when people take pretty pictures, it's just like.
What else
what
do
for?
they do? Right.
You know?
Yeah. Or is there anything more to that?
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
So those are just like modeling gigs that with like,
building
Mika people.
portfolio, I think
Yeah.
is what they do for too.
But those are just more like if they need like models, and then you'll go and like they'll book you to work for that specific promotion. Yeah, like that.
You can tell I'm not an expert because I am not a model, but I could be, right?
Yeah, you can be actually.
Yes.
Yeah, with that blonde hair, yes, totally.
Oh yeah, that white. I got a white name too. Okay, I'm not racist.
Are we drunk?
No. It's just
This is our natural high.
This is our
Love it.
natural personality.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've done modeling for a long ass time.
Yeah.
So in that, once again, going through your photos and stuff.
Yeah.
Like you did a lot of traveling locally, or just kind of in the U.S.
Kind of in the U.S. Yeah.
Yeah.
Traveling was more like. Well, I've done like some like, professional traveling too for like my model stuff and my go-go gigs and stuff. But then I also did traveling like for my personal self too.
Huh?
So, yeah,
Okay.
did quite a bit of that.
Okay. Did you travel anywhere last year for gigs or?
Last year, my summer was awesome. Yeah. And for gigs, I think the Sheboygan one. Yeah.
Okay.
That was my last one, my most recent.
Dope.
Yeah, one.
Yeah, I saw a short video. Were you MC for that one, or were you?
Kind of like.
Because you were on the mic for a second.
I think it was both. I was like
You
also
grabbed
the
the mic?
guest. Well, yeah, I have to make an announcement at least, because
Oh, okay.
it is my event, right?
Oh,
so
okay.
I was kind of like the special guest, and then of course if you're there, you want to show love and speak up too.
Yeah.
So I just thank everyone for coming out and
That's dope.
yeah, showing love. It was awesome.
That's dope. Do you know Rhymes record?
Yeah, I actually
rap
hung out with them a lot during my time there.
Yeah.
So I got closer to them. And they're very, very awesome
Cool guys. They're younger
very
than
cool
you.
guys.
They're younger than you.
Are they?
No, I think they're around our age. Yeah, I'm 27.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I think like 2 of them are younger than us, and then 2 of them are kind of like.
They're very, very nice guys. You
Yeah.
know, they like took care of me,
Real
so
chill.
I really appreciated that.
Yeah. Shout out to Rhyme Records.
Rhyme Records. I know it wasn't y'all job, but y'all did y'all thing. Y'all did y'all thing, and you know I got to give y'all love for that. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Cool. Okay. So today's topic, I guess, you know, I feel like we kind of know each other now, you know. But
Yeah, we family.
Yeah, oh, already? Wow.
We're gangs,
shit,
right?
cool.
We family.
Oh yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay. So I want to talk about. I want to transition into the topic now. So you actually suggested this topic. It was bullying, and what else you
Friendships. Was it friendships? I think.
it's probably.
I think so. I don't know.
But
yeah.
but you suggested bullying, and then.
So it's an important topic.
Yeah. It's one of the topics that I did want to talk about too.
Nice. Okay.
So when you suggested that, I was like, let's fucking do it.
Right on.
So, since you suggested it, right? I guess why did you suggest talking about bullying?
The reason why I suggested bullying was because I actually went through a lot of it, a lot of bullying. Yeah. So, of course, I wanted to talk about a topic that I know or experience, you know, of. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll jump in. So bullying, right? Like I was sharing this with Paku, I think on the drive here too. I was like, you know, my experience in bullying. I remember in the first grade. I might have to edit this, but
Okay.
this is I'm gonna say it. But in first grade, right? I was in Detroit. I was in the hood, and then
Michigan.
Yeah, and then so there's this one time, right? You know, I'm a first grader. I'm a little kid. I don't know what life is all about.
Yeah.
And then I was sitting next to this chick, and then she was like, "Hey," she's like, "Hey." See, I don't know if this is not appropriate, but I don't know if because I don't release like R-rated stuff.
Yeah.
Fuck it, I'm gonna say it.
But just say it. This is the whole point of having this conversation,
It's
right?
called real talk, right?
Yeah, real talk. So
Okay,
just
so
be,
so
open and honest,
she told me to reach down and touch her, and then first grade, right? So I was like, you know, me, I didn't know what the fuck it was, and then
Right.
So I was like, whatever, and so she took my hand and did that, and then she reached down my pants and was just tugging on me, you know, on the.
That's more like sexual assault-ish, right? Or like, yeah.
That fall. That's like a
But you
more
felt
harsher-
bullied. You felt.
I think it falls within that category.
Okay.
Right? You know?
Yeah.
It definitely traumatized me. I'll tell you that.
Oh no.
Because I was just like, whoa, what the fuck is this?
Right.
Right. But and then so not only that, but then she told me to go under the table, and then she kissed me. Right. She was like forcefully. So it was weird. You know, now that I look back on that, you know, I'm like, wow, she must have been going through
Some
her own shit,
abuse, like sexual abuse, maybe.
to throw that on me.
Yeah.
So I would say that's like the only most traumatizing bullying experience, you know, for me.
Right.
And then
I can relate to that too.
Oh shit!
Yeah. So I had this one experience. Well, yeah, I was like, I think like I was like young, but I kind of did something like that I wasn't supposed to be doing. You know, I can relate to her. But then, you know, I think like years after, like once we've all grown up, and she's Hmong too, and we've all grown up, and then I saw her again, you know, and during that time I still thought about it, like, why did I do that? Like, that was wrong. Like, you know, I shouldn't have done that, whatever. So I saw her and I was like, I have to apologize, you know. So I just like talked to her. I kind of did, you know, kind of like that stuff, you know, where it's like it gets, you know, kind of like sexual or like, you know, I don't know. I wouldn't say like molestation, but it just gets, you know, because of what I went through too, you know. But that's a different topic. But anyways, you know, it kind of made me do that onto other people too. But then she was like basically like one of the targets, you know. But then I think as we've gotten older and, you know, I look back and I realized I was like, well, that wasn't right. Yeah. Like, I know I went through things like that in my life, but it wasn't right for me to do that to her. And she was my friend too. So as we saw each other, and then I was like, I have to say sorry to her. So I just talked to her and I was like, hey, I'm sorry about what I did when we were like younger, you know. And then she was like, oh, it's okay. And I was like, yeah, people should, you know, own up to, how I feel about it is that people should own up to their, you know, responsibilities. Like, if they know they did something that was messed up, like, that apology can make a very big difference.
Yeah.
You know? And so instead of just sliding it under the rug and like, oh, that was like the past.
It helps people heal.
Right. And it was just so, it was a beautiful moment for me and her. You know, it was just like.
Did you cry?
No, I felt bad though. I felt really, really terrible. And it was just a really beautiful moment to just, you know, reconcile that and apologize.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like I was fortunate, like in terms of like bullying, I think I was fortunate enough. I probably had like a few more other, you know, very quick experiences of being bullied. I never bullied anybody. I was
you were the good boy.
I was a good kid. My parents brought me up to be invisible.
Yeah.
So actually growing up, I was actually very talkative up until like third grade, and after that I was just very quiet and kept to myself. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but anyways, and then 12th grade, and that's when I was like, oh, you know.
Wow.
Me. But so I was fortunate enough to
pass through. You didn't really get like that much.
I wasn't too traumatized.
Okay.
I think like in terms of being traumatized, I think my dad did that for me.
Wow.
So something that I'm kind of sharing, I've already said it on a few episodes, that I grew up in a broken home. My dad's an alcoholic, and then I eventually became an alcoholic, and then I'm over that now, but he's not. And then,
wow.
So I mean I didn't experience bullying, but I experienced something else.
Right.
And I don't know if you can probably consider that bullying too, in the category, just kind of going through, you know, my dad's, I guess, you know, problem. You know, so.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I've been pretty much bullied like throughout my. Could I tell my stories? Or
I'm waiting for it.
No, because I didn't know if you know, you had like other questions that you want to keep asking, or if I could just go right in and just dive in.
This is real talk, dude.
Just real talk. No dive in. We about beat. Okay, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Okay, Nikki, hold on. Go back inside. Okay.
Go back.
Najee here. Anyway, so oh my god, yeah, bullying. Like, I can talk about it all day. So, growing up, throughout my, you know, school years up until maybe like my junior year or sophomore year, I've always been like the victim, you know, the bullied one. So I think it really all stems from like bullying. I think it really stems from being with the wrong crowd, or like just having toxic friends, you know, that just kind of put you in things that you're not even a part of, like you don't even know anything about. So starting from like elementary, I had a friend who was like kind of like the dominant one, you know. She was kind of bad, and she kind of just pulled me into like drama, like just random stuff. Like, she'll make up stuff like, oh, you know, like, Najee, say this, and then she'd be like, oh, Najee said this about you. So then it becomes a problem, you know. And so I got confronted a lot in elementary. You know, it was just so funny, but it's messed up. But, you know,
are you guys still friends today? Or
no? You know, I kind of just, I'll go.
Fuck you!
Yeah, no.
You crazy bitch.
I kind of just like, we can go. I mean, I kind of just separated myself from those people. You know, as I've gotten older, I started to realize I'm just like, no, like, even if they want to be my friends, like,
toxic.
I'm kind of just keeping my distance. Yeah. So, anyways, backtrack to So, you know. Stuff like that happened, and then like, you know, I would have like groups of people confronting me, and I would be like the only one, you know. But I was pretty fortunate, you know, like throughout those years, like I never got jumped, you know, Yeah, it was here in St. Paul. Yeah, I never got jumped. You know, I was just, I don't know. I guess I got lucky. I don't know. But so there was a lot of that, and then I guess through middle school was the worst. So middle school was like the real deal. This is when it was like bad.
Everybody's going through puberty.
Yeah, and the teenage life, right?
Yeah.
So, middle school. I guess so. When I was a 6th grader, I'm not sure why a lot of people hated me in middle school. I assume that the reason was because, so when I was a 6th grader, I was dating this guy who was, I think, an 8th grader at that time. And he was in that school. So, and I was a 6th grader at a different school. As we started dating, I think he broke up with one of his girlfriend that attended the same school. They're both 8th graders. And her friends at the time were probably like 7th graders, you know. And so I guess after they broke up, I think he like came and like we started dating, okay? And then when I went to their school, and then he went to high school, so he's not in there anymore. Yeah. And then I come across her friends. See, so this is when it becomes, I assume this is the reason why a lot of drama started. So I got to, there's the middle school, I was a SEBI, 7th grade, and that's like such an old term. I was a SEBI, never heard of that, and then, and then they were 8th graders. So what do you expect? You know, they're like, oh, maybe that's that chick that's dating him. You know, our friend, like he broke up with our friend. She's her girlfriend. I don't know. I don't know for a fact what, like, if they said things, but then I feel like that was part of the reason, or the main reason how it all started. How they just hate you because, oh yeah, like you're talking to my girlfriend's ex. You know, and then one really sad story. So I had a best friend who was also in 6th grade with me at the time. We also went to the same middle school together, and it was, we didn't want to part, but then, you know, with our classes, I think we kind of separated, and then all of a sudden she just stopped like associating with me. She just kind of disappeared, vanished, and then we'll go to that towards the end too. So the result of that at the end, and then she's kind of vanished on me. And yeah, I just had a lot of people like bullying me for reasons I'm not really sure of. Like nobody really gave me a valid reason. You know what I mean? Like it just feels like it's like hate, but then like there's no valid reason. Nobody came and talked to me like, Najee, this is why I hate you. Nobody does that. So I was like confronted a lot. I had friends who like turned their backs on me. And so for example, like I was in this classroom with this one chick who was my friend, and then everything was cool, and the next day she doesn't talk to me. So it's just like, and I would ask her, why are you not talking to me? Like, what did I do wrong? You know? And so I went home that day and I was crying in the bathroom. Yeah. So, about to get emotional. But, you know, it's just a lot of things. I experienced so much, like confrontation, and then people, I think it also stems from... This is just
middle school, right?
This was middle school, yeah. So it stems, I think bullying also stems from just false rumors, you know, people just making up stuff. So, like, I had beef with this one chick, you know, we almost had the same name, Mong name. But anyways,
you don't want to disclose that?
No, I'd rather not. Okay. But we almost had the same name, and I don't know. I don't even know why we fought. Like I don't even know the real reason why we fought. I think people were just saying that like we kept calling each other names, or like, you know, she called you this, oh she called you that, and then it just became a thing, you know. And then I've never fought to in my entire school year, but then my middle school year was when it happened for my first time. So in middle school, I was confronted by that person that, you know, the false rumors going back and forth, and, you know, we fought. And the very strange thing was that after we fought, like me and her fought, like, so... Not to brag, but I did win the fight. I did win the fight.
Not to brag, but I beat that ass. No.
I did win the fight. And after that, I don't know, the energy just shifted. Like, everyone just started, like, respecting me. Like, trying to be my friend. You know? So, it showed me, you know, through my bullying years, it showed me how fake people were. And I was just like, yeah, right. You didn't want to be you didn't even care about me. Right. It's like you didn't even care about me.
I remember.
When I was in the...
I remember too, motherfuckers.
There you go. Let the heat out. No, but it's like, and then some people will be like, oh, you know, we're friends now. And I'm just like,
Yeah, middle school is weird.
yeah. And so, you know, it's just, man, people just need to like.
Parents, it's your fault.
No, I was going to get into that too. I was going to jump into that too. And, you know, I think, you know, back then it was worse. You know, there wasn't a lot of like, you know, behavior techs, you know, people that will like help and
mental health wasn't a thing.
Exactly.
You know?
So it was a lot, you know, more like, you know, not safe and anything can go down.
Yeah.
But then now, you know, there's a lot more support. And I think what can be done is just parents educate your kids, of course. You know, teach them how to be kind. And then the second thing is the teachers, the adults that are at the school. Like, if you see something, stop it, break it. Don't just allow it. Don't be ignorant either, and like not even pay attention to these students. You know, that's what I think happens a lot.
Yeah, that's why we're putting our kids through homeschool.
Oh wow, nice. Yeah,
because I think that's gonna happen regardless. Just because people are people, they come through. Or they've gone through some, you know, traumatizing life experience, and then, you know, they have a negative attitude about everything, and so you can't escape that. You know what I'm saying? And
their friends, you know, like are gonna influence them too.
Yeah. Especially in middle school or in any age range. You know, I think like that's gonna happen regardless. So I think like when for our kids, anyways, our parenting. So when we can get them out of an environment that distracts them from becoming the best version of themselves, then it'll allow my children to be decent human beings, right? But if that's not an option for most people, then I think it's just being aware of those things, you know.
Right.
I mean, especially with technologies and social media and stuff like that. I think with all that other stuff too, interplay, bullying happens not always at school, because there's cyberbullying.
Yeah,
and stuff like
that's
that
true.
too.
Social media bullying and stuff like that.
So I think all of that. I think it's just. I mean, that's why I'm doing this podcast, just to kind of create that self-awareness.
Yep. And educate people.
That's really what it is, you know.
Yeah.
Sharing our experiences and letting people know that, hey, you know, we've gone through similar things, and this is how we handle it.
Right.
And this is how you can probably, you know, approach it too.
Yeah, but back to what I was saying, I think adults, you know, whether staff, staff, you know, I think they can do a lot more. Yeah. In my opinion, you know, and because when I was in elementary, I didn't see that happening. You know, I didn't see a lot of staff, you know, or people, you know, actually watching the kids. So
yeah, I totally agree.
I think that will make the biggest difference. Is just really caring and looking out for these kids, you know, instead of being like, you know, on your phone or being ignorant and just, you know, stuff like that.
Yeah, because like, you know, my first grade experience, I was under the table for a long time.
Yeah, exactly.
The motherfucking teacher didn't notice me.
There you go. It's like,
where did Peter go?
Yeah, it's like
he was here for like five minutes ago.
Be aware, you know, like, of your surrounding, like teachers, you know, or like staffs or whatever, adults, you know, just
do
really
the best you can.
Do the best you can. Yeah.
Because in public school environment, okay. In a public school environment, I mean, there's definitely challenges for teachers. I mean, I'm sure they're burnt out too, and they're human as well. And then.
But yeah, it's still like sorry. But yeah, still, I still don't think that it's acceptable, you know, for them to just allow it to happen, regardless of how shitty they feel, right? It's like if you notice it, do something about it, you know. It's
a collective effort.
Yeah.
On everybody's part.
So backing track to what we were discussing about middle school, right? Yeah. So I had friends who would just like turn their backs on me, like backstab me for reasons I am not aware of.
You've been real good about not cussing.
Thank you. Yeah.
I just let that shit fly.
We don't. Okay, I mean, that could come out too, but anyways.
Go ahead.
Yep. So that happened, and overall, it just taught me, like I said, a lot. You know, after that fight, you know, everyone was just trying to make up. You know, and I'm just kind of over it. You know. And the only person that was really there for me, like, through my bullying years was probably my brother. Oh, that's nice. my brother.
Shout out to the brother.
Yeah, my brother, and it's surprising. It's surprising that like I didn't let it. Even though I went through all of that, I didn't let it like. It didn't. I didn't let it kill me. Yeah,
life.
you know, it didn't. I didn't let that ruin my life, or like, I didn't let that distract my studies. Like I still did my thing. I still stood my ground, even when I got confronted. And that's, I think that's the beauty in it, the strength in it. It's just don't let it's just standing up for yourself, no matter what. Because you don't do that, what happens? It just gets worse.
Yeah.
And that's when you can go to the hospital, right? So you want to, my advice is, always stand your ground. No matter how you're feeling, whether you're afraid or not, stand your ground. Yeah. And so...
let's talk about your other traumas.
No, for another video. Yeah, my other traumas for another video. But
or your other bully experiences. Did everything just happen in middle school or?
Oh, like regarding the topic? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Let's move to high school. So, but anyways, yes, middle school was where it was most impacting for me.
I bet.
That's why I'm like speaking on it a lot. And so I got along with the guys a lot growing up too.
Oh, no. Okay.
Yeah, I got along with them very well. I think that's kind of why I have a lot of like guy friends. And then I will always have like. Actually, let's just move to the high school part. So, after that, after middle school, everyone's trying to be my friend again. Oh, yeah, one last thing before we move to the high school part. So, I got a letter from my best friend.
Okay.
My 6th grade best friend.
Oh, the one that left you?
Yeah, the one that just kind of vanished on me. Yeah. And her letter was regarding about me liking someone that she liked or had a crush or like was dating, and I'm like, I don't even know, like, what are you guys talking about, like, what? So it was just kind of like funny to me. I was just like, okay. And I don't remember if I responded back or not, but I don't think I did. I think I just read it and then just whatever. But that was just kind of wow, like, see, it's like things that I don't even like
wasn't even aware about.
Exactly. And I just wish people would speak up, at the time. I never understood why, people hated me, their reasons, I'm sure everyone has their own reasons, but, nobody just, like I said, really validated why. Yeah. And one thing, my brother told me this. So this is one chick who, hated me for the way I walked. I'm not kidding you. I'm not kidding you. Yeah, I just feel
Look
like
at that bitch. She can walk straight.
It's like not every reason is even valid. It's like some of them are just for really stupid reasons,
Wow.
Yeah, and so I was
People
like,
got
what?
Issues, man.
I was like,
issues,
and so I'm like, am I sorry? Like, was I like a supermodel walking or something? Like, maybe, who knows?
This bitch thinks she's
but it's
better
like,
than us.
Yeah, and it's just like, well, I'm just being me. I can't control.
I'm just fucking walking.
I know.
Dog.
Like, did you want me to walk like I'm a nerd or like I don't understand? So it was really funny.
Wow, that's so weird.
Yeah, and my brother was even like agreeing to it too, and so I was just like, I'm just being myself, and so I got targeted for things that are like just being me.
Yeah.
It was like a problem. And then moving on to high school, things got better in high school. It wasn't as crazy because I kept to myself a lot, and I just, like I said, hung out with the guys, and I have very, very like few friends. And so in high school, it was more like with like, Kedu people, like, yeah, Kedu people.
Yep.
So
those are my people.
Yeah, shout out to Kedu people. And I think it was my junior year or something like that. It was my junior year. And this was like Kedu girl who keeps like bullying me. I don't know why, but like she kept like, judging me on the way I dressed. Because I think because I was kind of ghetto too. And maybe she thinks that it's like an offense. Yeah, or something like that, So that happened a lot in class. And you know what? The teacher is so useless. Sorry, but not very helpful, Not.
They're like, man, I only getting 30,000.
They're just kind of like,
fuck this shit.
Right. They're just kind of allowing it to go on almost every day.
Yeah,
and then there was this other Hmong chick that my bully person was like also taken advantage of too. So like for example, like that K2 girl will be like, oh, like, you know, what's the answer? Like, what's the answer? You know? So like she'll take advantage of that very smart Hmong girl. And I'm just like, I feel so bad. You know? So things like that, like little small stuff like that. It's pretty terrible. And that Hmong chick, of course, was my friend too. And I did tell her, like, you know, don't let that K2 girl take advantage of you too. You know? But then in China, you know, so like
it's weird.
she's afraid. Her translation's afraid too. So
so
yeah.
I think like how I was raised, anyways. I mean, I mentioned it briefly. Is that like we're kind of like taught. I'm gonna speak for myself. I was kind of like taught and raised up to just kind of be like quiet, timid, almost. You know. I remember my mom saying, "Shout out to my mom."
Hey, moms, we love you.
So you know, she's a big contributor of my anxiety. I have a high anxiety, and now that I'm aware of it, I can work on it. But
Nice.
like she would always say, "Oh, don't do this, don't do that," and she was always afraid of like hanging out with non-Hmong people or actually anybody outside of the family. And then she's real bad. My wife can attest to that.
Oh, sorry, mom.
But
we just, you know, real talk, right?
yeah. So
hashtag real talk.
So and then so I grew up like that, right? And then that just kind of like I guess constricted me from being myself and standing up for myself and stuff like that. You know, I forgot where I was going with this.
Standing up for yourself because your mom.
Oh,
was...
because you mentioned the scenario with your friend being bullied.
Oh yeah, exactly.
So
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I was trying to relate to. I do this a lot. I go on a rant, so I apologize.
No, that's fine. That was good.
Thanks.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then so I think like parenting definitely play a big part of our human behavior. You know, and then the bullying piece too. Definitely ties into it. You know, I don't really know what the you know what
experts. We're not experts here.
Yeah, we're not experts.
Yeah.
But I don't know what causes people to want to bully. You know, I think I think the American culture too plays into a part of that too. I think it's kind of toxic.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So.
So high school.
High school. High school, that happened, and then, you know, I was even accused for like something that I didn't say, you know, and then I had a teacher yell at me in my face. I'm not kidding you, kid you not. Yeah, for something I did not say, and that was the most traumatizing moment for me, I think, in high school. And I did show my, you know, of course I was pissed, you know, I did show him my emotions, you know, I was just like, I just walked away. Like, I didn't even talk to him. I was just like, after he like yelled at me in my face, I just walked away. And then I had this other teacher who actually, she was like really nice. I had this one teacher, and she was like very caring, and she saw me crying like outside of her room because her class was like next. So she was just like, what's wrong? Like, and I told her, and then she was like, oh my God, like he shouldn't have done that. And then she was just the sweetest person, the sweetest teacher ever.
Shout out to the teacher that was there.
Miss Woods. I think, no, was it Miss Woods? No, I don't remember.
We're giving Miss Woods credit anyways.
Sorry, it wasn't Miss Woods. But it was something along that, name. And she, oh my God, I wish I still kept contact with her. But
That's
she
crazy.
definitely, you know, played a positive part in my
high school years. That's dope.
And so, I even had a problem with like dudes. Like, it was crazy, you know. Yeah, I think it's because I just tend to stand up for my friends a lot too in high school.
Yeah.
So let's say if I have like one or two like good guy friends, and the thing about me is like, if you're a good friend of mine, I'm gonna go hard for you. Like, I will. Oh my God, all the way. Like,
ride or die.
Yeah. So that's kind of, I think, what happened. And, you know, I think like there was this K2 guy that was like, you know, coming at him. We were at lunch. This was at lunchtime, and I was like, you know what? Don't talk. I stood up for that. I stood up for my friend. I was like, you know, like and then he got mad at me, and he was trying to fight me, and I was like getting all uppity too. And then that's when I got separated, you know, and it was so crazy, but it wasn't as crazy as middle school.
What was the fight about? Remember?
I think I don't know what their situation was, but basically I guess I just said something like I stood up for my friend and I said something maybe like back off or like what did you say, or like I don't know, I said something and it ticked that guy off and he was like boom, you know, he just went off, and then that's when it got so I just in high school I only had a few situations like that. And I don't know how I made it through either. I just, like I said, I think I just have this really strong will where I'm just like, I'm gonna, regardless of this BS bullying stuff, I'm still gonna do my work. I'm still gonna like pull through. I'm still going to, you know what I mean? I just didn't let it like suck my life. Yeah. You know? So of course not everyone can do that. It's very hard to pull something like that off.
Yeah. So okay. So during high school, you did modeling too.
That's where I think it kind of started too. Yeah, I think that's where I did a bit of, so our school had like this, African American Day celebration, right? So they had this runway show. And at that time, I think that's where it sparked from a little bit too. So I had my first, like, maybe my first runway there at the school with this designer friend of mine's. Yeah, so I was kind of like the coordinator too. So I coordinated, like I taught the models like how to like walk or where to walk and then come back. And I also modeled for that.
That's probably why that one chick hated why you this bitch so. Teaching now all these other bitches how to walk. Who the fuck do you think she is? That's where it came from, dude.
Yeah.
Like, fuck you, dude.
What? You were talking about me cussing. You're the one that's cussing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's your show, so, you know, you do whatever you want. It's your show.
Rated PG-13.
Yeah, so, you know, after all of that experience, it was cruel. Middle school was cruel. But, again, you know, it made me, it kind of, you know, contributed to who I am today, too. And now, like, let's say in the present day, you know, I only have like a few close guy friends, maybe like a few close girlfriends, but you know, I don't have all these friends that people think I have. You know, it's not like that. I mean, maybe in my prime times when I was like 18, 19, 20, like when I was like, sorry, I'm not saying that I'm like an old fart, but you know what I'm saying? Like the time when it was popping, let's say that, you know, that range, you know, I know that, you know, I hung out with a lot of people, and people will be like, don't you have a lot of friends? And I'll be like, no, it's more like they know me, but I don't really know them. You know, maybe it's just acquaintances, but just party friends, you know. But people will like, and I'm like, no, it's like the total opposite. It's like, I don't know them. Maybe they know me, you know, like that. And so, anyways, yes. So now, you know, I'll have like, so I'm just very to myself now. I'm not very speaking of friends, right? I'm just really to myself. And funny thing is, I had one of my really close guy friends. He's always like, Naji, you need more friends, man. Like, why don't you have any friends? You know? And I'm just like, you know, there's a reason why I don't have a lot of friends. And he didn't really understand that. I think a lot of people don't really know it until they go through it, until they walk that shoe, like, of being bullied, of
watch
you know
this episode, and you know,
yeah. Until you've walked that shoe, until you've seen it all, you won't understand why someone's the way that they are. You know, so he's like, why are you so like, you know, like closed off, or like, you know, by yourself, like just independent? And I'm just like, well, there's reasons why I'm that way. You know, I've been through a lot, you know, growing up, and I've seen like, you know, the fake and the real, so I can actually differentiate that when it's like I can sense that from like a mile away, like if you know what I mean. So it's like I'm just very intuitive, you know, so that's why I don't have a lot of friends. And my advice that I want to give to, like, you know, everybody, all ages, is that remember, when it comes to friendship, it's quality over quantity. That's very important. All right. So just because you have a lot of friends, it does not make you better. Just because you have 0 friends, it doesn't make you less either.
Just because you have 100 likes don't mean shit.
Yeah, Naji, just because you have like 250 likes, it doesn't mean that you're like...
that was directed to you.
No, it's me directed to myself. I can be very
so I like that you brought that up because I for a very long time I'm like a social bug.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really good at networking. So, but at the same time when I was younger, I was like, oh, everybody's my friend, you know, let's sing Kumbaya, motherfuckers. And then so that played into a lot of my insecurities of, oh, you know, how come they aren't there for me? You know, I want to talk about my feelings and shit. And I didn't feel like I had people to turn to. And then
even though you had a lot of friends, that
in my mind, even though I had a lot of friends, because I was always willing to go all the way for the homie, because I'm, you know, down.
Oh, you down too? Okay, you down to earth too.
Yeah.
There you go.
Because Mongya.
What's your zodiac though? Mongya too, but what's your zodiac though?
I don't know.
Okay, that could be the reason why too.
Probably. So. But yeah. So I thought I had like a lot of friends. I was always, you know, down to go, you know, the full mile.
And then they were like,
and because like people are people, you know what I'm saying? And
everyone's different, yeah.
Yeah, everybody's different. Yeah. They don't feel the same way about me.
It's a hard thing to accept. Yeah.
Yeah. You're lost.
Well, that's why you find the ones that's willing to go to meet you all the way.
Yeah. So that's
my problem too. Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Is that trying to find the people that's actually gonna do the same for me.
I think for me, your scenario is different from mine. For me, I do have a lot of like acquaintances.
Nice.
Like to categorize them. They're acquaintances, and then I do have quality. You know, I do have friends and then quality friends who I just now need to deepen that relationship. Is what I've recently learned. You know, it's because like you really don't need a lot of friends in life. I mean, you probably need acquaintances, meet people and stuff, and then get to know certain people. Just you know, to get to know if you're doing this, you're in business. I'm in business. So. But in terms of like mental health, you know, I think it's good. I think we all know enough people to really deepen our relationship with that one person.
That's true.
You know, start opening up, talking about like deep thoughts, deep feelings. You know, talking
just
about
opening up. I think with what we already what you're saying is opening up with what we already have.
Yeah.
You know, like that. I agree.
Yeah. Family is a big thing too. I think I know for a fact that. You know, you're even in your own household, you don't open up to, because I don't.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm working on that too. So.
Yeah, and then I will have times where like, I think a lot of people when they see me or meet me, they're like, "Damn, she look like, you know, she's like." They're like intimidated or something, or like they think I'm shady, or like, you know what I'm saying, because of the way I look and the way that I act on the outside. Yeah. But then like
your energy. Would you say your energy?
I don't know. No, I think it's just the way that I carry myself. I think the way... No, stop. Or that. But I think it's the way it's the way that I carry myself when I'm around people that I don't know, or I just met, you know? Then, like, I come up kind of standoffish, and then they're probably, like, thinking, like, different. I get this a lot, and this is... I'm saying I get this a lot, but then until they know me, like, they actually talk to me, have a conversation with me, and then they're like... Oh, you're actually like not like stuck up. Like you look like it, but then you're actually like really like chill or very like down to earth, you know. So that's just a you know, mistake that, or like the misconception, whatever. Yeah, misperceiving thing about me. It's just like, look, I'm not gonna bite you. Like if you're cool with me, I'm cool with you, okay? But I'm actually a very chill person, so. Yeah. That's cool. Dude. Don't let this like scare you off, okay? Like
resting bitch face.
I don't know if I have that or not, but I'm assuming that maybe, you know, that could be one of them too. Sometimes, you know. But yeah, just get to know people. You know, don't listen to what you hear about people, or don't judge them because of how they're acting on the outside. Like talk to them, like get to know them.
I think. Like, I think for that, I think people just need to, you know, chill. Not everybody.
Take a chill pill.
Yeah, not everybody has to like you or talk to you, dog.
That's true. No, oh my God, perfect.
Give people space, man.
Yeah, so, again, advice I also want to give, too, is, look, you don't have to be liked by everybody. I think this is the thing that I feel like a lot of people are trying to do, and it's like, you know... you don't have to be everyone's friend. You don't have to be liked by everyone. You know, like, do your own thing, you know? And it's like that one meme where the little boy has a balloon and he has a middle finger. It's like, bye. Yeah. You know, it's like, you don't have to, like, sorry, censor that part. No, I'm just kidding. But it's
I'll put a blur on that.
No, it's real talk, so we're gonna keep it. But it's like, you don't have to try to fit in. And I think that's the thing with society nowadays too, is that people are trying to fit in, trying to act a certain way, be a certain way, and it's like you don't have to
be liked by everybody.
It's
okay to have
be
enemies.
like that, and it's okay. I don't need everyone to like me. It's like you. Yeah, I think the best thing is just for you to like yourself and for you to love yourself.
That's
it.
That's the caption of this.
Like yourself and love yourself.
Because like for me, right? I just had to be liked by everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like to my knowledge, anyways.
Yeah.
I don't have any enemies, but I could be wrong. And
I feel like everybody got haters.
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure I got haters.
This is honest truth.
But I don't give a fuck.
Right, exactly. We don't give a.
and then that's the weird thing too, though, right? Is like, why do I feel like I have to be liked by everybody?
Yeah.
And then I'm sure I'm not the only one that feels like this. I think Facebook has a little bit to do with it, because it feels good to be liked by people. You know what I'm saying? Who doesn't want to be liked? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But at the same time, I think your message, what you just said, is like
regarding
it's more important for you to like you.
Exactly. Yeah.
Cut it. But like you said, right? I mean, it's more important because in the long run, right? I mean, because people are gonna come and go out in and out of your life.
Yeah.
And then so we talked about building relationships with people that you already know. And then ultimately, I want to add to that too. What you said is just you liking yourself, because at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, you gotta do you. You know what I'm saying? Right. And then at the end of the day too, your support system is the people close to you in your life.
Right, and just because there was something I want to mention too, just because somebody doesn't like something about you, it doesn't. Who cares? You know what I mean? Because it's your body, it's you. Like you should just like you and love yourself.
Yeah, for all the people who got a problem with my hair, I don't care.
Exactly. Yeah. So I think bullying also ties in with adults too. Not just whether it's like like little hidden ways of saying things, it's just like, come on, y'all need to stop. Be nice to each other, adults be nice to each other,
well, they're not adults. They're dumbasses.
Or just know when to stop, Don't just keep let's say if you're joking with somebody. I'm a big troll too, and I joke a lot, but then know when to stop. Don't just keep pushing people's buttons, because you can tell when someone's getting fired up. So it's like, if you get into that extent, just stop. Don't overdo it, and don't think that it's okay, because it's not. Because if you get socked in the face, then it's gonna be really bad. You want to go there. You want to go there with a Taurus like this. Okay, I'm a Taurus, and we give y'all chances. Okay, we patient, but when you keep ticking our buttons, we gonna explode like fire.
That's so funny.
Like rocks and stones, not fire, rocks and stones. Because
get ready to throw hands.
Yeah. But past is the past. I'm not directing at anyone specifically, but that's just my that's just my past. My history, my experiences. Right.
I appreciate you sharing that.
Yeah, of course. So get to know people, why they're the way that they are.
That's my message too, man. I mean, that's why I'm doing this podcast, is just to promote and just kind of encourage everybody to have this open communication piece, to understand each other. Perspective, because because at a glance, right, people can look at you and oh man, she's
she's stuck up.
Look at the way she walked, man. Fuck this bitch, and then the way I talk, look at this blind, white boy wannabe, you know what I'm saying? and then but I think recently, right? So I'm gonna share like a real scenario. Recently, my older sister was just kind of dogging on my life choices. Oh. And then and then I was
judging.
Yeah, it was very judging.
Yeah.
Shout out to my older sister. She's real cool. Well, I mean, we have a real tight relationship. So that's why she was very comfortable with,
boasting off.
Yeah. But so she said what she said, and then I was like, dude, how can you say you don't have all the pieces? I'm saying, you don't know what I'm going through, what I'm thinking, and what I'm trying to do, my goals and stuff like that. So your accusations of me, doing this and that and this and that, is totally wrong. And then they kind of backed off.
that's how you set boundaries, stand up for yourself, right?
Yeah. And then you know, I mean, like really like dig deep in conversation. I think it's something that not. I think this is something that a lot of people don't know how to do, right?
Yeah.
One
Yeah.
people don't know how to process their own emotions, and then they don't know how to express their emotions effectively to someone, you know,
True.
without sounding toxic, or even if you do sound toxic, right? Like receiving that message, you know, you kind of want to bark back almost, you know. So I think when people can keep a cool head,
Yeah.
and kind of understand
Listening.
why, really
Lots
listen.
of listening. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's an interesting thing because like somebody can like be attacking you, but
Right.
but that like showing you aggression, but then that comes from a deeper hurt, or it comes
Yeah.
from some other energy, and they're just taking it out on you. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So I think you know, in communication, whether you agree or disagree, whether it's friends, family, or stranger, I think you know, we have to really just take a step back and really understand what's really going on behind.
Yeah, and you
Presentation.
know, also doing your inner healing too. You know, like really trying to work on your, you know, damaged parts.
Yeah.
You know, not trying to just rely on people to save you or like to fix that for you, but meanwhile doing your own work too. You know, it's very important.
So personal growth, I think is very important. I think too, like something that I'm looking into going into is therapy. I think
Nice.
because man, there's a lot of shit going on up
Yeah.
here that I need help.
I mean, if you feel like you need
I
it,
need-
then go
I need-
for it
yeah.
by all means.
Like I definitely need professional help to just kind of sort, you know, my emotions out, and to check up, you know, on a daily basis type deal, you know.
Yeah.
Because like you go to a doctor because you're, you know, you're physically sick or some shit, and then you go to a therapist if you're like, you're not crazy, but
Right.
but there's something, you know.
But if it's something that you feel you can't, I think people go is when they feel like it's something they can't fix, like they can't resolve. Then they,
I think everybody should at least, you know, try once.
I think so
whether
too,
whether
yeah.
you're
I
happy,
think so too.
sad, mad,
Yeah.
or crazy.
I'll try it one of these days. But
Like I should
not-
be, I
not
should
yet.
definitely visit my dentist, but I'm not. So
Yeah.
it's like that, you know. So it's just mental health is a part of that, you know.
Right.
How we doing on time?
You're okay still.
Okay,
Yeah.
like how
It's
much
3.
how much more time? An hour.
Maybe like another 10 minutes. 10, 15.
Nice.
10.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good conversation.
It was. It was really
Yeah,
awesome.
In the beginning, right? So I had you start, and
Yeah.
you were tearing up. So, well, it looked like you were tearing up. That's why I jumped in.
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
Offer you a-
That's totally fine. No,
Yeah.
I was just,
I was like, ooh.
I can control it. Yeah.
Okay.
It just,
That's good.
it was just like a pinch, and then it was just like, yeah, I'm good. But thanks for,
Yeah.
jumping in. Do whatever you have to do.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm
You're the expert at this, though.
kind of no, I'm not. I'm just winging it. Every episode, I'm winging it.
And you're doing great at it.
Thanks.
Yeah. Doing great.
So, you have any projects coming up this year?
I think I've kind of put my modeling aside for
okay.
some time now.
Oh, okay.
I normally don't like to discuss these things, but I'm going to for this
Aw.
person here and his lovely wife. But right now I'm just focusing on, I guess you could say music. I'm trying to get back into it. So I already finished like a cover. I'm planning to release it sometime today, or
damn, okay.
should have done it yesterday, but maybe sometime today. And then I'm already going to be doing my next cover. So just trying to get my feet wet again into the saying part. I don't know, just kind of all over the place right now. I'm just kind of trying to figure out like, okay, I need to stop using the word like, but I'm just trying to figure out where or what I really truly want to do. I think at this point of my life. Yeah, and I normally don't share that, but I think it's a nice way for me to, get that off my chest too and release.
Cool.
Yeah.
Are you dating anyone?
I'm single and not looking. Thank you.
I'm happily single.
Yeah. There's, a lot of self-love that I think a lot of people need to do for themselves first.
man. Yeah.
And I'm still, I guess you could say, in that process.
Dope.
It's really tempting to get into relationships and, get into all this lustful things and stuff like that.
We did not wait.
But I'm not saying it's not going to happen.
Okay.
But I'm just really cautious at this point.
Okay. Nope.
Yeah.
That's cool. Smart. Cool.
Yeah. Stay focused.
Any goals for 2020?
Definitely. The biggest one is probably moving out.
Oh, dope. Okay. You your own place?
Yes. So just because you're 26 and you're still with your family doesn't make you crap. Okay, remember that. All right. As long as you're focusing and on a goal or trying to become better, you'll be okay. But one of my goals is definitely to move out. Yeah, and my family is, of course, a really loving family, so they don't want me to do that. But I know my mom does definitely. My dad definitely don't want me to do that. But in order to transform and grow, right, you have to fly.
Yeah. Leave the nest.
Yeah.
That's dope. Okay.
That is the goal. Miss Independent.
Still gonna stay in St. Paul?
Huh? Listen to that track.
Shout out to Neo.
That's the woman I'm trying to become. So.
What was it?
Yes.
You can still stay in St. Paul?
Yeah, I still stay in
when you move out, you still. Okay.
And in the beginning, I wanted to go out of state, whether it was LA or New York or
LA,
Las Vegas. I was thinking about those spots. But I love my hometown too, so I think to start off, I might stay here first, and then once I've developed a very good security and I know what the hell I'm doing on my own, then maybe I'll branch out to other states or something.
LA. Have you been to LA?
I have. It's crazy.
It's dope.
I don't like their traffic. So that's the only thing that's holding me back is their traffic. I don't think I can do it.
It's part of the chaos, dude.
I don't know. I just.
Oh, you named 3 chaos places: New York, LA, and Vegas. Man, what the fuck are you talking about?
I think Vegas might be cheaper.
Yeah, Vegas is cheaper. I have a friend out there. Yeah.
So.
Vegas.
And it's Sin City, right? So.
Woo.
Sin City, cold and empty. No one around to judge me. Like that, right? Want to do that.
That's a song.
So that is a song. It's Blinding Lights by Weeknd. Check it out, guys. That's my jam.
Cool. Any last words?
Thank you guys for having me here on your lovely Real Talk. You know what I'm saying? We keep it real, right?
We try to keep it PG-13 at least.
Thanks for having me on this show. Yeah. And I really appreciate it. It is my first time on a podcast. Yeah. So it's an honor.
That's cool, dude.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
So you can, I'm going to link, you want me to link your Facebook page?
Yeah, okay. Social media, yes.
So I'll link that in the description. Look out for her music. What's your YouTube?
Covers. my YouTube is Naji Yang. Nagee space Yang.
Okay, just
I should pop up.
Send me a link. I'll put it in the
I'll definitely do that. And I just want to say, I love you guys. To all my fans, friends, all my haters. Thank you guys so much.
So nice.
Yeah, I love you guys.
I want to say fuck you to all the haters.
Keep that hater shit over there. Over there.
But it was great having you on the show. Great topic, by the way. You expressed a lot. I appreciate that. Yes. A lot of people aren't very comfortable with sharing, these type of emotions. So I appreciate that.
Thank you.
With that being said, guys, check out the Patreon. I'm gonna add a bunch of other exclusive content on there. So. I'll link that in below too. With that being said, see you on the next episode.
Bye.
All right.
Yay!